But there were times that I really felt like it would be so much easier if I died. So disgusting. It's not Lavazza or Cafe Bustelo. It's, I don't know, chock full of nuts or some crap. Where has the Back to Jack series been, Robert Frank? God damn, you hook us into this series where we're gonna watch you go from being a frail and pale little beta cuck to being jacked, tan, and juicy again. The form that we are used to seeing you, Robert Frank. This massive, shredded, jacked mofo. And I'm exaggerating, I was never any of those things. But I was in a lot better shape than I am now. Where's the series been? Well, it had to take a little 7-week hiatus because I almost died. Last 7 weeks have been rough. I've battled withdrawal. I've battled mental health issues. I've battled overall health issues. It's been rough. I was in the ER, almost died. That's a shoot. That's not just exaggerating for views. We really don't know what's wrong with me still. But I did get a comprehensive blood panel done on the 27th of January, and on the 11th of this month, which is February, today's Super Bowl Sunday, we will hopefully figure out what the hell is going on with me. For those of you who are Patreon members or Glorious House of Gains podcast listeners, you already know what's been going on with me. I pulled no punches on, I think it was episode 94 of the podcast. I told you guys what drugs I was on. I told you guys the dark road that I went down, the comeback story, which was supposed to be a happy one, ended up leading to an ER visit. And it's really been rough this month or last month. So I could not wait until February came around and we can kind of get things going again. And hopefully by the 11th, we'll know what is going on. Just to give you an update, I still look like crap. I think I've trained in the past 7 weeks. I've been to the gym maybe 5 times. On a normal month where I'm clicking on all cylinders, I'm eating at least 6 meals a day. So in a 30-day month, that is 180 meals a month that I'm consuming. I may have consumed a total of 10 meals in the month of January. There were days that would go by where I did not eat. I was curled up in a ball. You guys see the Meathead Minute videos or the Instagram stories that I put out. Those took every ounce of energy that I had in my body to then curl back up in a ball and really just wish that I died. That is how bad I was feeling. Now, I ain't trying to be all gloom and doom in this video and depress the hell out of everybody. So let's get a little moment of comic relief. This is a mini clip from the last Patreon video we did. And this is Joey getting pumped up for a set on the Smith machine.
Okay, I'm more scared of you hitting me than lifting.
I'm
Ready?
knocking it.
1, 2, do it. Oh my God, that hurt. Actually, that hurt me. Look.
Nice. Good job, bro. Look at that.
Shit, that hurt, dude.
And not to spend too much time on the health portion of this whole thing, but let me give you guys an example of what I'm battling on a daily basis right now, still to this day for the past, 3 weeks or so, is my body temperature will go from like 95.6 degrees all the way up to 101.5 every single day, like clockwork. Wake up in the morning, I'm freezing cold, and we have a very expensive thermometer. MBJ takes her temperature, it's always 98.6. We alcohol swab it. I take mine, and it's anywhere from 95 to 101. So I'm going from damn near hypothermia to like a mid-grade fever every day, which obviously my body is trying to tell me something. So that's a problem. My urine, for you guys, not to get too deep in the woods here, but you guys know that I have, podcast listeners anyway, know that I have been urinating the color of unsweetened iced tea for the past, 6 or 8 months or so. I've talked about it on the podcast. When I was in the ER, they were very concerned with my liver, my kidneys, and also the bilirubin, I believe it's called. It was spilling from, I think it was my gallbladder, my liver, spilling into my urine, which is making it discolored. That could have a lot to do with dehydration as well. So we're trying to pinpoint what the hell is wrong with me. I'm also sweating through 3 beach towels a night. I lay down a beach towel before I go to bed. 2 hours in the night, I'm sweating profusely like I just got out of a shower. Have to change the towel. My pillow is soaked. Got to flip the pillow. Got to go through 2-3 pillows a night. It's been interesting. So we'll see how it goes, and let's keep it moving. Hey, as I'm editing this video here, I needed to thank each and every person who has purchased the Toxic Masculinity single on iTunes. Yes, it is available for a whopping 99 cents. You can find that in your couch. You can find that in your jacket pocket. You can find that under your seat in your car. So if you would like to support, I would appreciate it. And thank you to everybody who has DM'd me saying that the song's on their playlist. It was a fun project. It got its fair share of hate. It got its fair share of love. But we'll see if there's more in store. And I just needed to say thank you. All right, the walls look a little bit different from the last time I did one of these reveals, just because we put some artwork on the walls. Glorious House of Gains podcast listeners know that we dressed up the studio a little bit. We have Night of the Living Dead, Back to the Future, Goonies, the old podcast poster, House of a Thousand Corpses, Dope Ass Lion, and the new Glorious House of Gains poster. Some of my favorite movies. We have Lost Boys and Devil's Rejects over on the other side. But let's get this where we need to be. Today is February 2nd, 2020. And I am still an embarrassment. This is where we're at. I mean, really no change at all from last time. Still, well, I actually got my body fat checked on the 27th by one of those scales that they have at this doctor's office. And I was 18%. But I mean, you guys can see, like, yeah, that is brutal right there. That's some brutal shit. God damn. But anyway, we're starting to feel better now. And this is where we really can kick things into high gear. No pun intended. Goddamn. Yeah, it's a little embarrassing. So let me clean up this mental health thing real quick, because I don't want anybody to think that I'm making light of people that deal with mental health issues, and I know it's a real thing, and I don't want anybody to think that I was suicidal or super depressed or anything like that. So let me clean that up. When I was laying in bed, curled up in a ball, for days, I couldn't eat, couldn't drink, couldn't go to the bathroom without using every ounce of freaking energy that was in my body. Just sweating profusely, the fever not going away, still urinating the color of Jack Daniels, not knowing what was going on in my body, just hoping that it would go away. It was just getting worse by the day, which is how I landed up in the ER. But there were times that I really felt like it would be so much easier if I died, if I just took my last breath and just put me out of my misery. That's it. I'm done. I'm tapping out. Now, that is so opposite of the Robert Frank character who yells at people for acting like that. You're gonna give up, get out of bed, go to the gym, do this, do that. But I couldn't. I can't describe how I felt. It was a rough patch, man. It was a rough patch. I'm glad that it's over and we're on the road to bigger and better things, hopefully.